Yo, it's Trent. Hope everyone's having a good day. Make sure you sub, share, like, comment, all that. So we got why I started YouTube, right? And in parentheses, I put watch this if you're thinking about it, because these are just the reasons I started doing it, and I was scared for a while. So, I know that's a big part of why people never make videos or why they wait so long. So that's what we're talking about today, right? So, first of all, let's start with myself, right? So I've always liked making videos. I was making TikTok videos in 2017, 2018, 2019 for 3 years. And I had a Peep and Juice account. I know. I wasn't very original. You know what I'm saying? I did not do anything like I had nothing involving me besides going live, which ended up getting me banned because I was 17 drinking beers on there. Just stupid, right? But the YouTube shit, the TikTok shit, the reason I was saying that, that's why I started. That's what gave me the, I guess, passion to make videos. I don't want to say passion. I'd rather say love, because I do love making videos. It's more of loving to do it than I'm passionate about it, you know what I mean? But I still am a little bit. But anyways, it blew up, you know what I'm saying? It took a lot of work, but once I got into a consistent posting basis, the TikTok shit blew up after let me think, a couple months. There was a big video, you know what I mean? All my videos would get 800 views, 900 views, and then one got 150,000, you know what I mean? So that's what ended up happening. It was little huge, you know what I mean? But I posted every day just like I do on here, and I was consistent with the stuff I was posting, even though it wasn't me. It was just Peep and Juice edits, but I did them all the time, right? Which ended up getting me to I had 800,000 likes and 30,000 followers. I was close to 1 million likes, and I just got monetized on there, and then I got banned because I was going live, right? But I knew that I wanted to make videos, right? And I always told myself right after I got banned, I was like, you know what? I'm going to make videos one day on YouTube. I'm going to make videos one day on YouTube. But I would never start it, you know? And then I met this girl, and, we were dating for a long time, a year. And I never thought that shit would end, honestly. I was just dumb. I should have been more, eyes more open, looking at the whole picture. But I just really liked this girl. So I was like, you know what? It's never going to end, And once it ended, I was fucking sad. I didn't know what to do. I was like, all this time that I spent doing stuff with her, what am I going to do now? You know what I mean? And I'm sitting around sad, and I'm like, yo, I've been going to parties since I was 14. I've done a lot of drugs, good and bad. I've done some bad things, I've robbed people, been robbed, a lot of shit's happened in my life. Why don't I get on YouTube and fucking talk about it, And, I will say the first, it was just a couple weeks ago, really, to where I thought in my head, I'm like, okay, I could actually do this, you know what I mean? For a while, just from when I started, that's one of the biggest things when you first start, if you're going to start making videos, is when you first start, you got to expect to get, no views, you know what I mean? And it's really hard to see that, when you put a lot of effort. The first video I ever made is one of my most viewed videos. It's my, third or fourth most viewed video, right? So it kind of almost, motivated me and made me sad at the same time, you know what I mean? Because when I posted that first video, it got a lot of likes and a lot of comments and a lot of shares, all that right away, you know what I mean? And then the next, 100 videos just didn't even get close to those numbers, And that made me sad. I looked at it and I was like, damn, I'm not making progress. I'm just, decreasing from my first video, But you just gotta stay with it. That's the number one thing. If you're consistent, whether, I know I post every day, but that's insane if you have, a full-time job or part-time or anything. If you have a lot of shit to do, you probably can't post every day. Or maybe you can just later on. You know what I mean? You just got to be consistent. Just do it once a week, or do it 2 times a week. Or if you're going to post every Sunday at 8 p.m., make sure you do that. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing. Even when I was starting, I would look into tips. What video is going to tell me how to get a lot of subscribers? That's basically what I was looking for, But it's more than that. You got to think about it I already did this because the TikTok shit, but I know people who do YouTube shit, and they look at the numbers, they're like, look at this subscriber count, look at this subscriber. You got to realize those are people, you know what I mean? That's me. I'm a subscriber to somebody, you know what I mean? You got to think about that. These are all just people. So if you're not giving them something entertaining, or you say, I'm going to post every day on Thursday, and then you don't, You know what I mean? It's a person just like you. So they're going to be like, fuck you, dude. Like, you said you were doing this. You know what I mean? So you got to think about that. And that also, you got to think about that for numbers, right? Whether you have 100 subscribers or 100,000 or 50 or 50,000, no matter how many you have, you got to think like, those are people. Like, think about that many people in front of you. Like, right now, just an example, I have almost 1,200, right, subscribers. People subscribe to me, right? Almost 1,200. If they were all standing in front of me, and I know I've said this in a couple videos, so if you've heard that, I'm sure that's annoying. I've said that phrase a lot. But if they're all standing in front of you, you got to think about that. Like, even if it's 60 people, imagine 60 people in your room. Like, that's crazy. You got to be grateful for it, you know? You got to be like, damn, these people care about what I'm making, you know? And maybe they don't. Maybe they just accidentally press the subscribe button. But still, like, they're watching you. So you got to give them something, you know what I mean? And I got to say, if for myself, I'm switching back over to me now. But I'll still give more tips throughout the video. I was so nervous for so long, right? Like, I remember the first time I ever made the video in Florida, I set up the recording thing on, and this is the craziest way I set it up, dude. I set it up on my doorknob and a water bottle coming off of, like, so the door, right? You open the door, and if you opened it all the way, it would go into a bookcase. So I had my bookcase with a water bottle on the second, like, row of the bookcase, and the door handle was right next to it, and I set up my phone on those two things a little bit sideways. Like, I just didn't know what I was doing, you know what I mean? But it doesn't matter. Whether you know what you're doing or not, you just got to do it. Like, you just got to start. That's the biggest thing. Like, I was so scared to start. I remember for, like, 2 weeks straight, I was like, I'm going to start YouTube today. And I was like, I'll film later. I'll film later. But I don't think you'll ever do it unless you just do it, you know? And it's so nerve-wracking posting it because, honestly, at least for me, it felt like I was just putting out bullshit out there. Like, you go onto YouTube, you see people doing some cool videos, some cool editing, you know, some real popular people. But you got to realize they all started the same way. Or maybe not the exact same way, but they all started with not much. You know what I mean? Like, no matter who you think about, Dope is YOLO, whoever, people started on their phones, just like I'm doing right now, just like you might do if you're going to make videos. Like, that stuff doesn't really matter. I mean, it does eventually if you're trying to be like a YouTuber for life. But as far as just, like, getting started and hoping it works out and just doing it because you like it, not because, if you're trying to do the YouTube shit because you want money, like you want to get monetized or you want to get famous or something, that's not enough. You got to really love doing it because there's going to be days you wake up, and I have this at least once a week. I had it today. That's why I'm recording so late. Like, I woke up really late because of my sleep schedule, but I woke up, right, and you're just not in the mood. You're like, I do not want to go sit out there and talk to a phone, you know what I mean, for however long. But you just got to do it. You got to think about everything, you know, you got to think, there are 1,200, however many people waiting to see this, you know, so get to it, you know, and I don't know. I guess now I'm just used to it. It doesn't really bother me. Like, I do my plans, like my life, like what I'm going to do for the day. I plan it around this, you know what I mean? So if there's a girl that wants to hang out, for example, or we could say my grandma, it could be anybody. I don't know why I said a girl. I'm not trying to make myself look cool or something like that, you know? But let's just say I have something to do at 4 o'clock, right? Well, then I'm going to be like, okay, you know, I need to do my video beforehand then, you know? Or if someone's like, let's hang out around 12, I'm like, okay, but I gotta do my video first, you know? No matter what the scenario is. Now, I know there's things you have to do. Like, I've had to drive my grandpa to the airport, right, at like 10 a.m. So what do? I recorded that bitch at like 7 a.m. when I first woke up, and then when I'm driving on the way home, I start posting it. Like, you gotta, you know, if you're going to be consistent, you got a timing down, try to stick with it. I know I'm saying that, but I'm also switching it up as we're speaking. Usually I post between 12 and 2. I'm posting at like 5 today, and I did a little post saying that I'm going to start posting later on because my sleep schedule is fucked. But you get what I'm saying? Like, I've been consistent for so long, and now I'm just kind of going on. Like, I'm still going every day, just a little later in the day, which really will help views anyways, if anything. But back to you guys, back to anybody that really wants to make videos, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, really, you just got to start, be consistent, and don't be afraid of what people think about you. That's one of the biggest things, too. This is one, I'm going to make a clip out of this, actually. This is going to be my short for this video. Don't be worried about getting bullied, because people, let's just say there's 1,000 people, right? Even though there's way more. Let's just say right now there's 1,000 people that want to make videos, right? Let's say 200 of them do it, and there's what, like 800 people left. 400 of those people are gonna fucking hate on you, okay? And you gotta be ready for that. You just gotta be ready for that, and you can't let it get to you. I know it's annoying, right? And I've had problems too. I've responded to people. I've responded to a couple people, right? But you can't be like, you know what I mean? You can't be like, fuck you, I hate you, leave my channel or whatever, Because other people are gonna see it. People that like you and are subscribed to you and want to watch your shit are gonna see what you say to anybody, So you gotta keep that in mind. But also, you're the one making the videos. Most of the people that comment whatever, right? Like people, when they watch this video, they'll say, cut your hair, or your teeth are yellow, or they'll just say shit about me, right? Or they'll say shit about you. Just ignore it, man. Because if they were in this position, I bet they want to be in this position. I bet they wish they were on the other side of the camera making the videos. That's what I always think. But who knows? You don't know what happened in their life. Like, their mom could have passed away yesterday, or, like, their friend got into a car accident. Like, you don't know what's going on. So don't be a total dickbag. Just kind of ignore it, I even laugh at some of them. I see some of them, and I'm like, damn, that's pretty good, Like, I get called a crackhead, like, at least 5 times a week. Someone says my hair's ugly. Someone says my teeth are weird. Like, people are gonna say shit. And you just gotta be like, whatever, man. Like, it's cool. It's fine. So that's like my biggest advice. My biggest advice is if you want to start videos, just start. Like, you just got to wake up one day and say, okay, today I'm doing it. Like, no bitching out. You have to be consistent. Consistency and starting are the 2 biggest things. If you're going to post once a week, once a month, once a day, whatever you're going to do, stick with it. Those are the biggest things, and don't let the hate get to you. And as long as you do that, you're bound to get subscribers and people liking you, and you just keep going. You know what I mean? Don't get too caught up on numbers either, because that shit will always go up and down too. It's like a roller coaster. Like, every time you really think that you're doing really well, you'll notice the next day you're not doing so well. Or if you think you've just been getting no views for like 2 days and then that shit skyrockets, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, just level-headed and keep going. But alright, I'm gonna end this video, and I hope everyone enjoyed. I'm also gonna say this one more time just so I can clip this without swearing, in case some kids see it. But if you want to start YouTube, my top 5 things you need to do, or 3 things, whatever, just start, be consistent, don't care about the hate, just ignore it, and you should be fine. But that's about all for myself. I hope that, I hope I can just make these videos as long as possible. And I hope one day that, I can turn it into something, whether it's a show or brand or something, who knows. But, alright, hope you guys enjoyed. Check out the puppy videos, gaming videos, and if you're gonna make videos, I hope you start. I hope this helps somebody. Alright, peace out.